Hello beautiful ones, I hope you're all hanging in there and you're all doing good today. Quick video today about the energies that are going on right now. If you haven't felt it, maybe you're sleeping. I'm just kidding. There's a lot of intense energies. I made a video a couple of days ago that I posted yesterday, and then it was like after that, like the energies have been pretty calm. They hadn't been too crazy, and then after that I just feel like this past 48 hours, like yeah, all that went out the window. So I do want to start off before we do anything, or before I start talking about anything. I would like to start off by sending everyone lots of love, lots of healing energy. If you are able to, if you can put your hand on your heart and send yourself a lot of love, you deserve it. Send yourself a lot of support, and if you're able to, extend that. Feel that there is a light inside your chest, inside your heart, that is expanding, and if you can envision that expanding and getting bigger and bigger wherever you are. It might seem like it's just in your imagination, you know, but practice. Make that light even bigger, and have that light encompass your whole body. And if you're able to, spread that light over to the rest of the planet. So send it to, you know, wherever you are. Spread it, let it spread, and let it fill up the whole planet. Let the whole planet fill up with that light, and that light will engulf the planet. And it's just lightness to help us deal with some of the energies and some of the things that are going on the planet. We've had in the past 48 hours, it was like over 800 earthquakes that were over 3. We've had 19 that were considered more major. I mean, everyone's heard about, you know, Turkey and the tragedy there. And a lot of the souls that are leaving realize that the people that are left behind are obviously the ones, you know, they're grieving and you know, sending them so much love and strength. But realize that the beings that have left, it was just like you say their exit. It was a planned exit, and they are being fully supported when they go, when they transition back. And it's just, death is just you're transitioning from one state to another, and so it's not that you end once you die. So some of the beings that left, they're still hanging around, supporting their family members. And if there's any support that they need, they are being given that support. And so I just see it as like a mass exodus of souls that chose to leave. So the planet is very active right now. The sun woke back up and it's been really active. Just today we've had 3 major, I would say pretty decent, you know, once you get over an M flare, decent flares. And in total we've had probably over 10. So it's been intense and heavy. And it's interesting because a lot of people, they go on about their life and they do what they have to do, and they may feel really uncomfortable. Maybe they feel the energies, and they're feeling stressed, or they're feeling like, it almost feels like and I've said this before, is that it feels like sorry that I repeat stuff, and I feel like I every time that I make a video too, I don't know if it's the same people watching it. So a lot of the things I'm repeating, a lot of the things are things that I've learned that are very, very important, and that really helped me out. So that's why, you know, I do repeat that it's important for you to take care of yourself during this time. That there might be things that are coming up right now that are very, very old, and they may be things that maybe you haven't dealt with and you haven't had to deal with, and they've probably just been, you know, things that have been buried for a long time. And so I encourage us all to not push that away, to again be there for ourselves when those things come up, because a lot of us have gotten really good at just going on about our lives and doing everything that we're told to do or that we're supposed to do, but maybe we're not so good at taking care of ourselves. And so this is the time that you especially want to take care of yourself extra. And right now your body is needing a lot of support. your body is feeling it as much as the planet is feeling it too. And so it's really important that you take extra good care of yourself. Like I say, you know, drink water, you know, get some exercise, do whatever it is that you need to do, but take that time out for yourself. You know, very important when you wake up. Bring some positivity into your life, you know, whether it be meditating or breathing techniques or singing or whatever it is that uplifts you. You can do that. But right now, if you're feeling the energies, my sleep is usually what's affected too right now. Right now, it's been mostly my sleep. I haven't been able to sleep very well. And there's, you know, you can look at anything that you're looking at right now, whether it be like the Schumann's resonance, solar activity, the earthquake activity, just activity here on the planet, and it's all reflecting the shift and the change that we are going through. And again, we are fully supported as we go through this shift. And during these times, it is really, really important that you do everything that you can to take care of yourself, that you realize that the support that you need is inside of you, as well as it can be what appears to be outside of you, right? Really, none of this is outside of us. And there's only one of us here, but we're all having multiple experiences and able to experience ourselves as being separate entities. But we have so much support. Pretty much think about this. Any and all your ancestors are here to assist you. And why? Because you are your ancestors and they're a part of you. And so it benefits them to help you out. So you can ask for help from your ancestors. But most of all, during this time when things can be kind of difficult and it puts people on edge, it makes them, you know, feel more emotional, more exhausted. I mean, here's the thing, is that the symptoms are different, because I feel like it depends on, for example, if you have an area in your body that's stored a lot of trauma, because your cells store trauma. And so if you store trauma in certain parts of your body, the energies that are coming in right now may actually push that trauma forward or bring it forward into the front of your consciousness, so that you are able to see it and you are able to transform it, being who you are now. Because maybe when you had that trauma, you weren't who you are now. Maybe you were different. Maybe you didn't understand. Maybe you were so young that you couldn't process the trauma. So this is all an opportunity. It seems like it's, you know, just difficult, but it's actually all an opportunity for us to move forward and for us to shift and harmonize and unify. And it's something that we are all going through. Every single human is going through something, whether they are aware of it or not. The planet is so active. And that's the crazy thing, is like, there's so much compassion and so much help that we're getting that we're not even feeling the full effect of everything that is happening. Think about it. The planet protects us from the solar flares, from anything that comes our way. And yet the planet right now is being surrounded, especially from the dark side or the back side. It's being hit by plasma, and it's been like that for a while now. And so the planet is under a lot of pressure, and we are an extension of that. And so we may be feeling a lot of pressure in our lives, but there might also be a lot of openings that are going on in our lives. So internally, we may be going through this huge shift that some of us may not realize that we're going through it. Like I say, some of us may realize later on that, you know, you look back on it and you're like, wow, you know what? I started this whole process started a while ago, but I wasn't able to complete it. Not that I was able to complete it, but I wasn't able to realize that it was happening until much later. And so that, you know, a lot of people are going through that and not realizing it. And it's really, really important for us to ground to the earth and ground to our source. So grounding to the earth could simply mean you going out in nature, you sitting down on the grass, you putting your feet on the floor, you visualizing that you're connecting to the earth. And so connecting to the earth is really important, connecting to your source, because that's where you're going to find all the answers. And right now, it's easier than ever to connect to spirit, to ourselves. It seems that we've had a dimensional shift this past few days. There's something has definitely shifted, and it feels very different. And it's interesting because here there's a lot of like worry and concern and some fear, right? Because there's like, you know, looming war. But at the same time, I see celebrations. I see a lot of beings celebrating the shift that we're going through. And again, for us, we may not have the full picture. We may not understand it. We may think that it's something bad, or that, oh, everything's going to shit. But it's quite the opposite. And it's interesting because so many civilizations have foretold of something like this happen. It's just that they've all done it in their own way. And so this is something that is definitely happening. There is no going back. And as much as it seems like it's getting worse, it's just, oh, I don't want to put it that way, but it's like you got to take out the trash. You got to take out what doesn't work, but you got to be able to see it. And you have to be able to see it and explore it and realize that it's not working for you anymore. So for example, we have, you know, a lot of things that are being exposed about the government and you know, all the lies that they've told us, and even our history is not true either. And when a lot of these things come out, I'm anticipating that people are going to be very upset. I know I was very upset when I found out the truth. And but you end up realizing that this earth and our experience here is part of a much larger plan by our source, who has infinite intelligence and knows exactly you know, what to do, and we ourselves are also a part of this shift and are also co-creating. But at the same time, we are co-creating and we are part of this, but at the same time, it's almost like there's another hand here at play. There's someone else that's managing everything, and that there's you know, they could, you know, call it divine orchestration. Of, you know, it's everything is being orchestrated exactly as it needs to, but from our perspective, it doesn't really seem like it. So it does, you know, it does take some experience and some trust and some faith, I guess, to see this, and some to be a little bit open to be able to see what's really happening. But we're all getting there. Like I said, everything's gonna be okay. We just have to get through this. We just have to get through this, and the best way to get through this is to get through this together, and for us to be able to say, like, no more war, no more lying, you know, no more cheating, like all those things that have been okay in the past or have been allowed. It's like a lot of us are like, no more. The whole collective, it's like we don't want war, you know. These people go to war to profit themselves, and not to help the populace, not to help the collective. It's just to benefit, because, you know, they make money off of selling their weapons, and obviously it's a much bigger than how I'm explaining it. But a lot of people now, and I feel like the collective is waking up to the fact that we don't want that anymore. We don't want to go to war, you know. We don't want to be fighting. We don't want to get ripped off. We don't want to be lied to. We don't want to be made sick just so that people can make money off of us, you know. It's like, no more. And so it's a good time for humanity to wake up, and it's a good time for you to connect to your source, to your love, to your God, and to look for that comfort there, to look for the truth there. So take care of yourself.